Welcome to another episode of Overlanding. It is a windy day in Johannesburg at the moment. Just come back from a trip. I'm working on a very exciting new series for you guys, and it's been taking up a lot of my time. So I thought, why not do a bit of an update? So I thought, why not do an update on the budget build? See what Uncle Andy's been up to. We've got some ideas here. We're actually going on a trip in a couple days. So I thought, let's have a little bit of a catch up. Let's see what he's been up to, what I've been up to, and everything that's been going on in the world of Rome Overlanding. Yeah, today's episode sponsored by Rome Apparel. Yes, we've actually started our own little product line company, and we've done some custom design shirts with an artist called Mike Sherman, basically encapsulating different iconic eras of Rome Overlanding in our travels across Botswana and stuff like that. So you guys should go and check that out. The website is up, the products are there, you can place your pre-orders, and it's something really exciting. I started that with Rolfie and our friend Jean, so please go have a look, support us. It's a new endeavor, and we're hoping to bring some really cool stuff to you guys. All of these shirts are limited edition. There's 100 of each design, and that's it. So yeah, we're super stoked to see. If we can't sell t-shirts, then we're not going to sell much. So if you guys can support us on that, get that across the line, we can come to you with some awesome new little ideas as we go. But today's episode is really about this little vehicle over here, the old soldier, the Isuzu KB300, and it has been doing really well for now. So Andy has been doing quite a lot of further maintenance on the vehicle. He's been looking after it. Our goal for today's episode is to basically reorganize this chaos. We want to build a storage system in here and a sleeping system, and we're making some changes with the canopy, and we're doing a bunch of little tasks around this to hopefully improve Andy's camping life. And one of the things that I wanted him to go and do was take the most simple setup, go out, play around with it, test it, see what works, what doesn't work, and then we slowly start making changes from there. Remember, it's the beginning of his journey. So for me, I've done it a couple times. I sort of know what I want, so it's easier on my builds to be more precise. But he's still learning the hows and whys of why we have setups a certain way and how to get the most out of his setup. And it's worked for him. He's done a good couple trips with it, he's enjoyed it, but we want to really finesse the experience. So let's go through, we'll see what tweaks we can make here over at Bushtech, and then we'll head on back home and start building a custom little storage system in the back. So it is also time for Andy's annual service. It's a nice thing with the Bushtech Canopies is once a year you come through, get your canopy service, they adjust the locks, lubricate the hinges, just make sure that everything is in tip-top shape, and that obviously the dust seal, everything's working properly and all of that stuff. So, and then we're going to go through and we're going to add a cupboard or two, and then we can head back to my place and we'll start measuring up for the storage system. So what I was witnessing of what Andy was up to on his own devices, I wasn't so happy with. So we've done a major blowout here. We've got all his stuff out, and since yesterday we actually realized there at Bushtech we were going through a lot of stuff, and we've saved him a lot. We've managed to pack out his little kitchen area a little bit as well. Paper towel, we've still got his table in, and then on the other side, so in here we've got his wash up section. Now this was all stuff that was occupying a variety of different ammo boxes and pouches and all sorts of stuff. So we've cleared a good 2 ammo box worth of stuff into the cupboards, and then we've cleared basically 3 or 4 bags worth of stuff into some ammo boxes, which can be easily stacked and stuff. So we've done a lot, and we're going to head back to Bushtech today. We're going to be putting on these little pouches that they had lying around there on the back of the cupboards, and then there's a little drop down table bag over there that's going to go on the back of the cupboards as well. So I think this is going to be a massive space improvement for Andy, and because we've removed the ammo box holder, which although is an incredibly useful thing to have inside, giving that vertical height, it now means he can sleep with his head that side, and he's got a lot more room around him when he's sleeping, because he was bumping into his bags and stuff like that. So our goal today is we actually need to make measurements of the back of the tub, because what we want to do is we want to actually put a full wooden board in here that we can then bolt and secure stuff down to, which is definitely going to make it a lot more secure, and he's not going to get to camp and all of his stuff is just spread out around the back of his canopy. So that's our mission. Let's get to work. So my little secret, we are here at the Timber City, and what I do is we've gone and we've done a whole bunch of measurements, and then I just come to the Timber City and I submit the measurements, and then they'll do all the cutting and everything, and then it's literally just loaded in the bucket and assemble it at home, and you don't need big power tools or anything like that to be able to do a lot of the work. It's just a little jigsaw just to do the edges and things like that, and yeah, then we should be done. So we'll just submit our order here. Hopefully it won't take too long. Worst case scenario, we got to come pick it up tomorrow morning or something, but whatever. Then we've got one more day before we go, so it's a bit of a crunch, but let's get to it. Okay, so these are our boards from Timber City. So we're just going to do a few little measurements. We're not going to make it fit like perfect. We just want it to clear. So we got to shave off Okay, so we are busy doing a few dramatic changes here, where we've just sussed out a few things with Robi on how we want to sort of build this out to make the space a bit more useful for Andy, and that we're not wasting a lot of space, and give him some convenient surface area to be able to put stuff, little table that's both usable inside and outside the vehicle, which is really nice. We've got some cargo tracks we're going to install to tie down the ammo boxes and stuff, and this is going to be an awesome little place for Andy to escape to at the end of the day and go on his little hiking missions and do all of his stuff. So it's coming along really nicely. So have we made some progress on this or what? So we're actually leaving today on our trip, so we don't have a lot more time to get this done. But once we start putting the stain on here, man, it's awesome. So we've got now, Andy's got a little table here. We just need to figure out how to hold it down. But basically in here is all of his storage tools and first aid stuff and everything hidden away nicely. Andy's just got the last little bit of sealing to do here. We haven't done like a proper job on the ceiling. We're just getting it done so that we can actually just protect it a bit. It looks really nice, and at least it's one step forward, because we don't have time to strip everything out again. We have to hit the road today. What we'll do is we're going to get to camp, set up. Andy needs to make his bed and get his whole little camper ready for himself, and then tomorrow morning we'll have a little look around and show you the final before and after of the whole setup. I think it's come along tremendously well, and I think Andy is pretty stoked. It's been a lot of work. It's definitely been DIY with friends. Robi and Jason at Bushtech really helped us out a lot there. And I think everyone had a hell of a lot of fun working on it, and it's been a really cool challenge, and it's been great to see, you know, how excited Andy is about it as well, which is really cool. Nice that he's, you know, because he's got the suspension now, the truck's looking good on the outside, and I think it's cool for him to have a vehicle that's feeling a bit better on the inside as well. So we made it safely to our camp. We had a nice little evening there. Actually beautiful watching the sunset over the little dam here. Quite a quaint little spot actually. I mean, there's some people nearby having a bit of a nice Friday evening there, but not too bad, not too bad. So this is the creation of the week. I think this is a vast improvement over what Andy was doing in here. Now this bed can basically stay set up full time. He's got his food storage, he's got his pots and pans, he's got water, he's got all his tools and spares and everything stored. His kitchen, his power, table, everything an Andy might need on an adventure. All his gas and his stuff here. It's just really nice. It's just really, really nice. So Andy, how was your first night in here? This looks cozy.
Very cozy. What I found out, I've got a massive amount of space now on the sides over here. What I like is that I can pack all my things here at night. Whether outside can be bad or good, I can still have my cup of coffee. It was fairly warm inside here last night. It's nice and maneuverable because I can put my little things, my pajamas and that type of things, my shoes in the right places now because there is storage for me. Perfect. I've got a little curtain over here that I can close out the world to and become in my own little place, read a book. Space is my big thing now. You can see I can literally put my arms out anywhere.
Yeah.
It's really a good thing. It was nice and quiet inside here as well because of this insulation that's been put into the vehicle on all sides. Very nice. I've got the little slider window in the back that I can get fresh air in case it gets too hot or too humid inside here. Very, very comfortable. Nice planning with you designing this cupboard. I find this cupboard very useful at all times. If I need to, I can just lift this little spot up here. I've got a few little utensils and spare equipment inside here. I'm just loving it. This is fun. I know I've now moved up from a tent into the basics of living in the back of this vehicle into this luxury. This is luxury for me. I can go anywhere now, stop next to a road and I feel safe inside here. I just pull the lids closed and no one will even really know I'm inside here. So yes, well done on designing this. I'm glad you actually put the cupboards at the back of the vehicle and not at the front, because that would have put my head right on that side and less space for me. Right here I've got the world happening in my life. So
Awesome.
Yeah, this is now a next step overlanding for me.
Awesome. So thank you very much for tuning into this little update and seeing what we got up to with the budget build. Yeah, remember, if you want to support the show, go and check out the pre-orders of our merch. That is something new and exciting, and we would really appreciate the support there. But for now, Andy and I are heading off on an adventure, and it's going to be pretty cool. So we'll catch you on the next adventure, whenever that might be. Cheers!